and welcome to another edition of Mrs. C's Homeschool. Today is not an art lesson. Clue. We are going to be experimenting for a science segment. So, the kids and I are about to do some fun exploration of water, and we thought that you would like to join us. Oh, I'm taking these off. I'm starting to steam up. Aha, steam up, she says. That's a form of water. Oh, I can't give you the word away already, otherwise you'd have learnt too much. Slow down, Mrs. C. So, what I'd like to do is share with you some experiments that me and the kids are doing, and then we're going to discuss our findings. So, like I've been doing most mornings in this gorgeous weather, before the kids wake up and we start our homeschool day, I chuck in a load of washing and hang it on the line. Here it is. I won't show you it all. And this got me thinking, I can't help wondering why the washing actually gets dried, because there's been no wind. It's not like the water gets blown away. There are no puddles left on the floor. We know that because we play out here loads. So it got us investigating, and that's what we did for our first science experiment. So one of our cool experiments is you get your little ones to put hands in water. Okay, pop it, put your hand on there, make a good handprint. And then the other hand. Good girl. That's it. Now the other hand you do the same with, but this one we're going to put in a food bag. Quick as you can, pop it. That's it. Now this one we're going to put in a food bag and leave in the sun. And this one we're just going to leave in the sun. And we're going to see what happens. Now we know that they're both going to evaporate, but this one the water's hopefully going to be trapped within the bag. So we'll come back to that later. Here's another one of our experiments where we paint the patio with water. It's a really good way of seeing how long it takes for the sun to evaporate all that moisture. And actually we realised that first thing in the morning it takes a little bit longer than say at lunchtime, and it evaporates really quick. And it keeps the kids quiet for ages. And lastly, what you could do is just put 2 saucers of water, both equal amounts of water in them, pop one on the windowsill inside and perhaps one in the garden in direct sunlight, or if you haven't got access to a garden, one on the windowsill and one just in the shade somewhere, and see how long it takes for them to evaporate, or if they evaporate at all. They will do, but it might take forever. But it's quite a good thing to do. This just in, news breaking, the young Padawans have made discoveries. Let's look at the findings. So it's been an hour, and the handprint, although you can still see the imprint, it's absolutely dry. It's just the dent that she made. And if you look here, all the water vapour has turned into gas and it's gone up into the sky. But in here, because we've trapped it in a food bag, the water is still on the inside of that food bag. How cool is that? So it has started to evaporate, turn into a gas, but it got trapped. And then it is condensating on the inside of the bag. Pretty cool. So we discovered that this is why the water is no longer in our clothes. So liquid in the seas and the oceans, and also in washing, gets warmed up by the sun and evaporates to form some vapour. The vapour then rises and gathers at the top and forms a cloud. And when the cloud is too full of liquid, it becomes too heavy, and then that liquid then drops in the form of rain or ice or snow. That of course falls onto mountains, hills, blah 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 blah, runs into the sea, and you've got the whole process again. That is essentially the water cycle. And the part that helps with our washing is called evaporation. The stuff that we had on the inside of our food bag was condensation, and sublimation we actually can't experiment with because we need dry ice really, and I don't have that, but there's the information for you if you need it. And here it is. I can't believe it. It's all completely dry. It's amazing. And when you think that's all because the sun used its heat to take the water from the clothes, and it went from being a watery state to becoming a gas state. And so that water was evaporated, turned into gas, and rose all the way back up. And then in a few days' time, that evaporation might waft over again and be dropped on us in the form of rain. Quite amazing when you think we've learnt all that just from some washing. Put your laundry away, kids. So if you're a Key Stage 1, this is something that you could do. Just a brief explanation about evaporation. Draw some washing on the line, or draw an ocean or a river, and the liquid being turned into a vapour and rising up. If you're a Key Stage 2, I'd love it if you could do something like this. Now my kids have done them colourfully, you don't have to. Just a slightly longer explanation, more words, less pictures, just because that's how we know you're really getting to grips with it. All right, send that into the hot desk with your name and your class, and hopefully you'll be on that Pupil of the Week list. So that's it, guys. If you've enjoyed our little science experiment, lovely dry washing, all you've got to do is do the experiment yourself, and I want to see the results. Have fun!